Shalom, shalom. September 1st, 2022. We made it through another month. All praises to His Majesty for giving us um, another bread from His words that we may eat and be satisfied in these times of trouble. Now, Revelation chapter 18, verse 21, and it reads, "And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone, and cast it into the sea, saying, Thus with violence shall the great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all." Three things we want to look at here. Took up a stone. The stone that the angel was taking up is the law, and it was cast into the sea. The sea represents the people, and thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down. What is the city Babylon? It is the Vatican. Okay, that is the city that many nations have been made rich because of the law, or the canon law that goes throughout the earth. Okay, the keys of binding and loosing that the Vatican has. Here is a maximum. Here is a maxim of law. Everything is dissolved by the same means by which it was put together. Okay? Babylon was put together with violence, and it must be dissolved with violence. Okay? There's no way around it. It must happen. Now, many people have in their mind that Babylon is America. No. Babylon is the daughter. America is the daughter of Babylon. And we know this if we just go back in Revelation 18 and we read chapter 16, where it says, and saying, Alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. Okay? That is the city that all the kings go to, okay, to get permission upon the earth. Well, I won't say all the kings. Let me not say all the kings. Let me clarify that. Because Her Majesty, Queen Elizabeth, controls or has stewardship or have had stewardship of 1/3 of the earth, okay? But as she is going into her transition, many nations or many peoples, okay, or seas, many peoples have now declared themselves from the commonwealth of her realm. Okay, you have Barbados, you had certain parts of Latin America. Yeah, many people don't understand that she still had control over certain part and parcels. Some places in the Indies, they have over the years they have declared sovereignty for themselves from Her Majesty's realm. Okay, from the Commonwealth. All right, but now these kings have gone to the last trustee, which is the Pope. Okay, he is the trustee of the rest of the earth. Okay, and they have gotten in bed with him. Okay, merchants of the earth, shipmasters, merchants, talking about companies that have prominent sway in the marketplace. Okay, a while back, the oil companies went to see the Pope. All the oil barons went to see the Pope, and they turned over their will to the Pope's agenda on climate change, so-called climate change. Okay. Then you have the social media companies who are doing the content moderation for these merchants under the guise of moral decay. Okay, where am I going with this? because they have revamped the Constitution. And just the other day, I'm glad this was brought into our forefront, but just the other day, the Pope is exciting the Cardinals to now begin to evangelize the world again. Okay, so they are coming. Um, they're trying to pool their resources together from their dioceses in different parts of the world. Okay, because it's a heavy task to go out and have ambassadors and nuns and and to evangelize the world. Okay, and they're going. And the way how they are doing this behind the scenes, they are doing this with the kings and the merchants. Okay, for it says, this is 17. For in 1 hour so great riches come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the company and ships and sailors, and as many as trade by the sea, stood afar off, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? Okay, shipmaster. Shipmaster is not only a master of the sea, but also a master of the land. Okay, this is merchant, bringing commerce to and fro. You know, when a lot of our commerce is moved on the ship. Why? Because the world is vastly ocean. Okay, and one of the port cities, you can't really see it here. One of the port cities is Italy. Okay, Italy, right here in that area, in Greece, the Mediterranean Sea. That is the sea that tons of cargo comes through and goes out. But more importantly, that is the beaconhead where they get their marching orders from the Roman Curia, from the agents of the Vatican. Okay, heads of state, prominent businessmen and women who go to the Vatican to get their protocols from the Vatican. Okay. That being said, as we transition into this last phase of um, the Vatican rule, okay, or this new Holy Roman Empire led by Germany, okay, because Germany will uh, quell Iran's uh, power, okay, for the sake of Israel. Okay, so it's a dual thing. In order for the Pope to bring in the Antichrist into the Pope's into Israel, he has to remove Iran from out the way. Okay, he has to chastise Iran or bring about a semi-peace with Iran after they are brought their power is brought down a little low. Okay, then he can come in and say, hey, here's the solution for peace. We have our one world religion. They already did that. That's solidified. It's signified with the Abrahamic family house. They say it's supposed to be done by the end of this month, but when I looked at the official record, it's saying that they only 20% done. But who knows? You know, maybe they have a plan to ramp up the schedule of getting the houses finished. But we know that once these houses are finished, the one world government is already in play. We already have the world organization bodies have already come together. You've been seeing the World Economic Forum. You've been seeing the World Health Organization, the United Nations, IMF. All of these organizations have come together under the banner of climate change. Okay, so that is what they're telling you, that is climate change. But as I have told you before, this is the chastisement of the Almighty. And they're not telling you that this is the beginning, this is the sorrows that the Messiah has said would come up until the time of his return. Okay? And during the time of tribulation, Jacob's trouble. When they start to evangelize, they will come after those who are keeping the commandments here in the West. They've been doing it in the East, And now it is time for the West to have their dose of medicine, okay, or their dose of moral correctiveness in your mindset. You have to think for yourself, and you have to always remember that when governments defy the laws of God, you must defy government. Shalom.